Hello and welcome back to Chasing the Target. Another bad day for Bangalore, but another good day for Mumbai Indians. That's 2-2 for them in terms of victory, and 2-2 in terms of losses for Bangalore. Bangalore having a shocker of a game today. No one able to step up. I mean, they did still manage to get 150, which was a good, a good defendable target, but the bowlers are not showing up. Lots to discuss. There was Bangladesh versus England that happened earlier today, where Bangladesh beat England. Despite England winning the series 2-1, it was not a very good show from England. A lot of criticism coming in for the Englishmen in terms of how they could lose with such squad depth and stuff like that. But credit due to Shakib Al Hasan, जो बेहतरीन बैटिंग करा उन्हें जिस तरीके से with the bat and the ball, he managed to get 4 wickets, score about 75 odd runs. So it was a very good day for Shakib. And yeah, I mean, Bangladesh, I have been calling it for a long time right now. Okay, Bangladesh have been growing in cricket. They have been, working on their techniques and stuff. And yeah, it is going to take some time, but they might be one of the stronger teams going towards an underdog kind of a situation going towards the World Cup. Coming back to yesterday's game, just quickly recap, we had, McLanning's team versus Smriti Mandana. RCB played today as well and yesterday. Just a quick recap that Delhi Capitals versus RCB, McLanning smashing it, captain's inning along with Shefali Verma. They managed to have a 162-run partnership, and that was unbreakable. But yeah, finally it did break with McLanning getting out, and then it was a Mercian cap that came in and then continued. So yeah, Delhi Capitals completely dominating the batting. They're finding the gaps easily. A very ordinary bowling from Bangalore. Agar apan dekh rahe, they're not able to pitch it in the right areas. They're not able to understand the situation, the pitch or the conditions. It is a flat track. It is usually a batter's paradise. These grounds where it's Levi Patel or Brabourne. It is usually more comforting to the slower orthodox spinners, off spinners, leg spinners rather. But Bangalore just not able to get hold of their conditions. So yeah, I mean, agar अपन first match की McLanning and Shivali Verma 162 partnership. And for the Royal Challengers, no one really stepping up. There was a decent partnership in the beginning where Mandana scored a 35 along with Sophie Devine, but that was shortly outlived. Elisa Perry coming in, hitting a quick 31 of 19 before she fell short. Pick of the bowlers was Tara Norris. She got a 5 for an incredible spell from her. She has been bowling pretty decently. And yeah, I mean, 5 wickets, 5 wickets has had her name on it, and she really took the game away from Bangalore. She managed to get lots of wickets and stuff. Coming to the next match, we had Gujarat, who have lost their captain Beth Mooney unfortunately due to an ankle injury. And ankle injury के दौरान के वजह से Beth Mooney, a very key figure, wicket keeper plus the captain plus an amazing opening batsman for Australia. She lost out due to an injury and potentially leading to a scan the same day. But Gujarat did show a good response. Gujarat did show that they had certain homes. They managed to get 169. Harleen Dior, shining in there with a 46 of 32. Ashley Gardner coming in towards the end and scoring a quick 25, but still managing a decent, respectable total of 169. Sophie Eccleston picking up 2 wickets. Dipti Sharma picking 2 wickets for UP Warriors. Coming to UP Warriors, we saw amazing 50 from Kiran Navgire. and her partnership with Grace Harris. Grace Harris has not been in the greatest forms because in the World Cup also she was struggling to get her form going, but finally she found it. An amazing 59 runs of 26 balls, smashing 7 fours and 3 sixes, took the game away from the Gujarat Titans. But substitute Kim Gareth, who came in place of Diero Doughton, who was injured who was sidelined due to an injury. She was replaced by Kim Garth, and Kim Garth picked up a fifer. But despite the fifer, UP Warriors took the game away from Gujarat. So yeah, I mean it was a little hard. Welcome to Chirag Bhai. Chirag Bhai, आगे RCB और जैसे RCB, I don't know. They're not able to pick their moments. I don't know. They're not able to capitalize. Pitch is a batting's paradise. अपन देख रहे, with the likes of Harmanpreet Kaur, Nat Scavier today. These guys are easily finding the gaps, and Meg Lanning उस दिन शिफाली वर्मा तो उठा के दी. तो मेरे को तो समझ में नहीं आ रहा कि why is RCB not able to get that confidence in batting. Slower bowlers are obviously a threat to on this wicket, but you can still bat them out. I think Hayley Matthews has been phenomenal throughout this tournament. We talked about her in the first match as well. Her role is very pivotal. एंड मेरे हिसाब से हेली मैथ्यूज आज भी जिस तरीके से उन्हें शुरुआत दी 77 का, शी स्कोर लाइक 77 आई थिंक, या 77, and yeah, she's been phenomenal with the bat and the ball as well. She got 3 wickets for 28 runs and 4 wickets. But it is going to be a worrying some signs for the RCB team. I mean, men's, women's, अपन हमेशा मजाक करते हैं, but yeah, I mean they have good team. They have a good decent team. They have a lot of star power in it. They have Smriti Mandana. They have Elisa Perry, but they're just not clicking for some reason. कुछ तरीके से उन लोगों का लग रहा नहीं है. They're not able to find the gaps. They're not able to find things. Renuka has been very shocking for me. She leaked a lot of runs. And exactly, yeah. I was coming to the fielding as well. The fielding has been poor. We were criticizing Gujarat in the first match. Gujarat की fielding बहुत बेकार थी, but Gujarat, without the captain, despite they put up a performance, they put up a show, but मेरे हिसाब से RCB was shocking in the field. And when you have likes of Elisa Perry, who is a role model in fielding, right? We saw her block that boundary India के match के against जो 16 runs थे या कुछ थे, और उन्हें आके third match से I think deep mid wicket final लगे कुछ भाग के उन्हें boundary rocky. So you would really want, and you have Richa Ghosh, you have these guys. They have a very good squad. I mean, they have Megan Shutt, they have Renuka Singh, but they're just not clicking. I don't know what it is. Hopefully we see that. But अगर अपन Mumbai Indians के बात करें यार, I think these guys are definitely one of the. I feel it's going to be a Delhi and Mumbai contest. Mumbai look a very well balanced, very well sorted, very well experienced, and unexperienced जो भी है उसका mixture अच्छा है. अगर अपन हरमनप्रीत कौर की बात करें, शी लीडिंग फ्रॉम द फ्रंट. her first match का जो नॉक था, आज भी I know she didn't have to come out to bat, but she did make amazing decisions in bowling. She did have the right field placement. She had everything going her way. But yeah, Nat Scavier यार, ये innings और उसका साथ देने वाली जो हेली मैथ्यूज थी, ये जो innings थी, I think it was phenomenal, man. Like जो partnership जिस तरीके से maintain कर रहे थे, जो तरीके से एक्सपीरियंस बता रहे थे, दोनों उठा के दे रहे थे, बाहर दे रहे थे. 9 विकेट्स का विक्ट्री यार, it's something else. I think you have to really commend their performance. And yeah, it's just been sad. I mean, अभी ये डर हो रहा है कि अगर men's का IPL शुरू होगा तो what RCB will do. I know it doesn't have any relevancy, but it's just a bad thing. A lot of people are calling RCB a cursed team. अब सानिया मिर्जा को मेंटर ले लेकर, इनको मेंटर लेकर, I think it's just like a brand. I mean, no disrespect to them, but they really need to work harder. Today RCB fielding is much better than Shami fielding in T20 semi-final. Yeah, I mean, देखो Shami एक आध चीज है भाई, लेकिन आप फर्स्ट मैच भी देख लो RCB का, they were not that great. I mean, they're struggling to even pitch the ball up. बॉल की पिचिंग देखो, आप शॉट डाल रहे हैं, ऑलरेडी फ्लैट विकेट है. एंड ये जो नैट स्केवियर है, हेली मैथ्यूज है, ये लोग एक्सपीरियंस है. हरमनप्रीत कौर जब बैटिंग करते हैं, मुस्तफा को ये बोलते हैं कि भाई इन्हें ऐसा लगता कि शी मेक्स बैटिंग लुक सो इजी, इतना इजी कर देती है उन्हें बैटिंग के भाई कुछ मुश्किल ही नहीं है. एंड देन दे हैड अमिलिया कर भी इतनी अच्छी अप एंड कमिंग प्लेयर है. उन्हें भी आज अच्छा स्पेल डाली. दे वर डिसिप्लिन्ड इन देयर बॉलिंग, डिसिप्लिन थी. आप मुद्दा ये क्या, विकेट्स मत लो, इट्स नॉट अ प्रॉब्लम, बट आप लाइन एंड लेंथ मेंटेन करो, आप पिच इट इन द राइट एरियाज, बी इकोनॉमिकल, इट्स फाइन, बट डोंट लीक रन्स, राइट. एंड देन वही होता अगर बॉलिंग नहीं गिरती, फील्डिंग नहीं गिरती, एंड देन इट जस्ट हैज क्या बोलते हो, ट्रिंकल डाउन इफेक्ट होता है कि आपकी बॉलिंग, फील्डिंग एंड देन ऑब्वियसली बैटिंग पे भी टोल होता है जब आपको ऐसा it's not a very, it's a defendable total, but again like 155 भी रेंगते रेंगते आए, समरते जीतते आए. They were 5 for 71 and 6 for 105 थे I think at one stage. तो आपका mindset अलग रहता, but credit to RCB that they did manage to get to 155, which was probably a good indefendable score. Obviously with all due respect to the wicket, flat wicket है, आप मार खाओगे, लेकिन जो एंड के चार बच्चे आके 20+ मारे, मेगन शर्ट वाज वन ऑफ देम, श्रियंका पाटिल, कनिका आहूजा एंड ऋचा घोष, इन लोग आके जो बचाए, वो इज्जत बोलो या कुछ भी बोल दो, आई थिंक वो एक उसमें एक एफर्ट की बात है, बट या आई थिंक इट्स द Yeah, I mean, she did have an interesting change in approach in the World Cup. अगर आप देख रहे हो, in swing डाल रही थी, slower in swing, yeah, like something like a leg cutter or something. She was trying different things, but here it just looked like she's just bowling straight to the wicket and just trying to be not bowling in the arc. I mean, she's not trying to mix it up and stuff. So it's been a little bit disappointing for her, but overall, I think RCB have been disappointing. Mumbai Indians have been phenomenal, and yeah, I think Delhi Capitals, we दो एक ही मैच खेले हैं, but Delhi Capitals, मेरे को जिस तरीके से देखा, मैंने दिल्ली कैपिटल्स पिच कराया एज अ विक्ट्री, बट मुंबई एंड दिल्ली माइट बी इन द फाइनल्स. बट यूपी वॉरियर्स का अगर आप लोग मैच देखे हो, यूपी वॉरियर्स इज आल्सो अ टीम टू लुक आउट फॉर. किरण बगारे, they were there. ग्रेस हैरिस कहाँ से की फॉर्म ले लेके आए. So I mean, it might be like one of those teams that brings down the other team. आप नहीं बोल सकते यूपी वॉरियर्स might be that kind of team, but they have a good bowling attack as well. In their camp, you have क्या बोलते हैं, एशली गार्डनर है एंड स्नेहा रैना है, किम गार्ड जो डियरा डार्टिन का रिप्लेसमेंट आई थी, वो आके she managed to pick up a fiver. So there are signs for the UP Warriors, but for now it's Delhi and Mumbai comfortable. I feel they look comfortable. They look more like in control of their squad. ठीक है, आप बोल सकते हैं कि 2 हफ्ते ही मिले वर्ल्ड कप के बाद, ज्यादा मौका नहीं मिला एक के साथ एक गुफ्तगू करने का, या कमराडरी, या एक मिलझोल करने का मौका नहीं था आपको. बट दो अभी एक हफ्ते के बाद, then you maybe have to pull up your socks. But yeah, early victories will definitely define the future scenario of the tournament going forward. Markram is an SA T20 captain also. Afaf will be. I heard this that I don't know if it's confirmed, Ibrahim, but he had some commitments, which why he will not in the team for the West Indies, because I heard that Faf I think the board opened the talk to Faf, coming back. ये मैं पढ़ा था कि अभी थोड़ी देर पहले ही पढ़ा था कि I mean कुछ कमिटमेंट नहीं दिया उन्होंने, but he said कि he can come back into the team. Yes, Markram is just shining, man. It's just his year, I think. SAT20, फिर Sunrisers Hyderabad IPL captain, and now he's the SAT20 captain, rightfully so. I think मेरे हिसाब से it would be a good call. K. Markram has been leading the squad, and you have such bright stars in South Africa. Dewald Brevis, Kulelo Pretorius. आज जो finish करा PSL का match को, we will be getting to that as well. Dwayne Pretorius है, and then you have Quinton de Kock. You have Faf is coming in. Faf will be like a mentor, role model like Kohli, and he has also been playing exceptionally well in the T20 format. ऐसे T20 भी decent था उनका. Quinton, we know what he can do with the bat. We have David Miller also there, who's experienced. So if South Africa really managed to get these guys together, under like Markram as a leader, he has been proving himself worthy. And I think Temba Bavuma had it coming. Temba Bavuma के प्लेट पे ज्यादा खाना हो गया शायद मेरे हिसाब से. आप टेस्ट ओडीआई एंड डीन एल्गर भी है आपके साथ, पर उतना ज्यादा इफेक्टिव नहीं दिख रहे दोनों. अब टेस्ट का कमिटमेंट पूरा करो, and then we'll see if your ODI maybe, and I'm fearing he might lose his spot. But for now, they're just going format wise, and probably I hope South Africa is going into that zone of England where they're dividing the teams based on the format. So उसमें मजा आएगा अगर South Africa just need a little bit of more squad depth, I feel. But if they're actually able to pull out something like an England, then they'll be dangerous. Especially in the T20 format, South Africa will be dangerous based on the performance that we've seen in the SAT20, the quality of players that they can get. I think उसके हिसाब से तो it would be a very good shout. Looks like Sania Mirza should bowl. Sania Mirza का मैं देखा था आज बैठ के, like how she interacted with the team, and she like, I don't know anything about cricket, was the first thing she said. कि मुझे क्रिकेट के बारे में कुछ नहीं आता. लोग यूँ देख रहे थे, अरे भाई फिर आप आए कहीं को, so but she did obviously experience वो mental temperament कैसा रहता, and आप कैसा मैनेज करना मीडिया को, प्रेशर को, and obviously it always helps for the youngsters like in the camp जो है, even Smriti Mandhana included in that, youngies है उन्हें भी, तो I mean it helps them to sort of how you can prepare for the match, how you can silence the crowd, how you can silence the noise जो social media पे आता, hate, with the likes of like Richa Ghosh and these guys, it does help them. बट उतनी जरूरत नहीं थी शायद मेरे हिसाब से, बट आई मीन इट उनका पैसा हुआ है, अपन क्या बोलना, बट अभी तो कुछ काम में दिख रहा नहीं। आगे जाके देखेंगे क्या सीन है। यस, आई न्यू दिस वाज कमिंग, स्पॉन्सर फॉर सिंग 7 अप, बिकॉज कोई 7 अप का स्पॉन्सर नहीं है ऑनेस्टली। पंटर वाइज टेकिंग हमारी ले रहे हैं सुबह से और कल रात से इनफैक्ट, क्योंकि मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड 7-0 हारी है लिवरपूल से हाल हाल में, मतलब कल रात में। अगर आप जाना चाह के हाईलाइट्स देखना चाह रहे नको देखिए, बिकॉज मैं तो उसके अभी तक एक हफ्ते तक मेरे दिमाग में चलेगा, बट या आई मीन it was bad. Jokes apart, how, yeah, man, MI is too good, bro. Like Haley Matthews, ko a lot of people were underrating her, like saying, "Kare bhai, nahi, abhi nahi," but she had a decent World Cup as well, and she's been phenomenal with the bat and ball. And it's been good. I mean, looking at MI Harmanpreet, coming in perfect captain. I think the way she knows the conditions, she's understanding how to, maintain that camaraderie in the team. She's, getting acquainted with how you can play with different kinds of foreigners and the inexperienced and those. So that's also a good good thing for her resume, because she's able to play with youngsters and experienced players obviously. तो definitely मतलब मुंबई की side अगर आप देख रहे हो, Amelia Kerr is another one that I've been shouting out because she has been phenomenal. She's showing a lot of maturity for her age. Pooja Vatsakar, Izzy Wong is another spinner that we've talked about. And Saika Ishak, this bowler is phenomenal. I mean, she has already got like 6 wickets in I think 2 games. आज भी उन्होंने 2 wicket ली, 26, and then the best thing is that she maintains her line and length. She doesn't try to do anything out of the box. ज़्यादा कुछ experiment नहीं. And I think it's the main thing है ये pitch पे जो है, because it's a flatter wicket. I know पंटर भाई तो बॉम्बे के ही है, he would know better than us. DY पाटिल एंड ब्राबोन के इट इज अ फ्लैटर विकेट, आप गैप्स ढूंढ सकते हैं, लेकिन बॉलिंग में अगर आप डिसिप्लिन रख रहे हैं, लाइन एंड लेंथ मेंटेन कर रहे हैं, तो आप आराम से रन बचा सकते हो अपने टीम के लिए. एंड अगेन फील्डिंग इज अनदर सेकेंडरी थिंग. I mean, it is a primary thing, but a secondary thing to what I'm talking about, because अगर आप राइट स्पॉट्स पे भी डाल रहे तो बाउंड्री रोकने के भी है, आसानी से छोड़ दे रहे थे. इवन गुजरात, लाइक वी सॉ इन द फर्स्ट मैच, उतना ग्रेट नहीं थे, but hopefully coming time में RCB comes back. But for me right now it's Delhi and Mumbai that are going towards the final. I know it's very early to call these things, but I think there's 14 days left in this tournament for the group stages. तो देखना पड़ेगा how Bangalore, UP and Gujarat fight back. बट हाँ, बांग्लादेश का मैच के बारे में अगर अपन बात करें, 2-1 इंग्लैंड हार चुकी है, बट आज मोर देन एनफ बांग्लादेश हैव बीटन इंग्लैंड. एंड या आई मीन देयर वर लॉट ऑफ क्रिटिसिज्म ऑन इंग्लैंड. 50 रन से जीती है बांग्लादेश. कैसा जीते, इतना स्क्वाड डेप्थ रख के पास बॉल. आई मीन देखो, लाइक जॉस बटलर केम आउट एंड सेड कि भाई we will be more confident going towards the World Cup. We have a lot of people in our army, which is right. ना अगर उनला ये टीम भी नहीं खिलाए, लेकिन मैं एंटायर न्यू टीम, टेस्ट टीम से किसी को बुला लेंगे, T20 स्क्वाड से किसी को बुला लेंगे, तो इंग्लैंड don't need to worry right now. I mean, they did manage to get a 2-1 victory after a long time. No या 10 ODI defeat के बाद उन्होंने finally एक victory ली है बांग्लादेश में in the first ODI, then in the second ODI subsequently. तो I mean it's good. It's good कि भाई मेरे हिसाब से England are on the right track towards the World Cup. They managed to getting runs. David Malan and Jason Roy getting centuries in this thing. Josh Butler has been good in the middle. He comes and he scores his run. But today in general, अगर अपन बांग्लादेश का temperament देख रहे, it was much more intent to win था. They have been having a problem with their top and middle, right? It's not like टॉप तो परफॉर्म कर रही नहीं, फिर लिटन दास, मुशफिकुर रहमान परफॉर्म नहीं करें, और जब शाके परफॉर्म नहीं करता तो इट लुक्स मोर बैड, राइट? बिकॉज वो 3-4-5 या 4-5-6 जो भी आप बोलो, अगर उन लोग परफॉर्म नहीं करे तो खत्म, यहाँ पे मसला राइट हो जाता, बांग्लादेश आर लॉस्ट. बट टुडे यू सी साकिब अल हसन परफॉर्म्ड, एंड देन यू हैड glimpses from Shantu again performed, and then you had Mushfiqur Rahman perform. So these guys, if they click, they're a very destructive unit. Then you have Miraz in the end, he can come and smack a few. Afif Hussain is there. अच्छी स्क्वाड है बांग्लादेश के, but they just need to get their mantra right in terms of the openers need to give them a start, the middle needs to balance it, so they just need to get a few things right. But then Shakib bhai with the ball as well, phenomenal. चट्टोग्राम का अपने को पता है वो पिच कैसी है, and yeah, he was an experienced guy, man. He does it in 10 overs and 35 runs for 4 wickets. It's a phenomenal spell. मौत डाल दिया शाकिब भाई तो आज. लेकिन ओवरऑल अगर अपन बांग्लादेश का सीन दे रहे हैं, from India's victory to now, it has been a little bit of poor performance. Their openers have to get. Shanto was good throughout the tournament, but Liton Das has been poor for me. Liton Das really needs to step up. उन्हें तो captain भी है Liton Das. तमीम इकबाल है captain, sorry, but Liton Das was the captain in the India series. तो मेरे हिसाब से अगर आप देख रहे Liton Das है, मुशफिकुर रहमान needs to be a little bit more. Raheem needs to be more consistent. But yeah, overall, it's a victory for England, and let's see what they do next because इंटरेस्टिंग है ना. अब तो आईपीएल आने वाला है. हैरी ब्रुक्स खेलता है नहीं खेलता है क्या होने वाला है. Hopefully खेलेंगे इंशाल्लाह. But yeah, Moeen Ali and all of these guys are going to probably head to India and start setting up camp with their respective franchises. तो मजा आने वाली है. पीएसएल भी हुआ था यहाँ पे आज. आज आमिर भाई का दिमाग खराब हो गया था लास्ट ओवर का. मैं बात करूंगा उसके बारे में कि आमिर भाई का दिमाग खराब क्यों हुआ था. But Amir Bhai basically lost his cool, and yeah, Quetta Gladiators have beaten Karachi Kings. Karachi Kings ने 164 मारा था जिसमें एडम रॉजिंगटन भाई ऐसे टी20 में ईस्टर्न केप के लिए था. सनराइजर्स ईस्टर्न केप. ही इज एन फिनोमिनल प्लेयर. ही इज गेटिंग एवरीथिंग राइट. मतलब उसकी जो बैटिंग है बेहतरीन बैटिंग है. he's hard. He hits the ball very hard. And yeah, बहुत जबरदस्त प्लेयर. हाल हाल में भी ईस्टर्न केप के लिए जैसे मैंने मेंशन करा था खेला है. But he has been being playing very an important role even in the Karachi Kings camp. So I mean, it was a good performance. 164 था, decent total था on the board to be very honest. But I think Karachi Kings की जो bowling है वो बहुत. I think वसीम अकरम again frustrated, गुस्से में बैठे हुए थे. अगर क्वेटा की बात करें, नसीम शाह मेरा जो फेवरेट बॉलर है पाकिस्तान का भी right now, he managed to get 2 wickets for like I think 30 कुछ रन दिया था उन्होंने. And उन्होंने भाई जबरदस्त बॉलर है यार, मेरा तो फेवरेट है. And yeah, coming to Quetta, the thing was with Quetta, Martin Guptill again rising. Martin Guptill नहीं खेला I think last match मैंने सब drop करे थे उसको because Quetta I think just played yesterday as well against Islamabad United I think. तो उसको I think उसके वजह से I think बिठा दिए थे. 117 previously मारा था, 86 मारा था और 56. But ये जो partnership थी, it was very good because it was between Sarfaraz and Martin Guptill. At one stage अगर आप देख रहे हैं Quetta Gladiators were 5 for 63. 5 for 63 कैसा आप हारते मैच आप सोच रहे होंगे. But Sarfaraz really commendable way of playing. He was very more selfless. उन्हें मार्टिन कप्टिल को ज्यादा स्ट्राइक दे रहा था ऑब्वियसली बिकॉज मार्टिन कप्टिल की काबिलियत पे उन्होंने ही कैन क्लियर द बाउंड्रीज मोर इजियर. बट सरफराज ने ऑल्सो अपनी विकेट कुर्बान कर दी. जैसे लगान में वो मुर्गी वाले जो प्लेयर रहते हैं उन्होंने अपनी आमिर खान को बचाने अपनी विकेट रहते, वैसे आज सरफराज विकेट अपनी गवा दी है. He ran himself out technically and pushed Guptill to the other end. But yeah, 5 for 63 से मार्टिन कप्टिल सरफराज खान started making a partnership. धीरे 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 very balanced, very experienced partnership देखी वो कि आप देख सकते थे कि हाँ भाई ये लोगों को मालूम है मंजे हुए खिलाड़ी है. But yeah, मोहम्मद मूसा, जेम्स फ्यूलर, इन लोगों की बॉलिंग बहुत बेकार थी. like very short pitched, easily able to clear the boundaries. बहुत short pitch deliveries थे. मतलब there was no intent. लास्ट ओवर में जब बात आई मोहम्मद आमिर के बॉलिंग पे, आई थिंक लास्ट ओवर था या सेकंड लास्ट ओवर था कि मोहम्मद आमिर के बॉल पे एक कैच आई थी एंड द फील्डर वाज राइट देयर नेक्स्ट टू. कैचेबल था ये कैच एंड मोहम्मद आमिर ने आई थिंक थोड़ी बहुत गाली बकती. बट मेरे हिसाब से मोहम्मद आमिर लॉस्ट हिज कूल बिकॉज आप वैसी तरह की फील्डिंग नहीं कर सकते. इंटेंट नहीं दिख रही है. यू लुक zoned out थे आप एज अ प्लेयर. एंड इजी कैच था. लाइक इफ ही एक्चुअली स्टार्ट लेते थे वो तो मेरे हिसाब से तो बहुत इजी कैच था. बट ओवरऑल क्वेटा ग्लैडिएटर्स बीटिंग कराची किंग्स. कराची के लिए काम तमाम हो गया, खत्म, टाटा बाय बाय है मसला. आई थिंक दे ऑलरेडी प्लेड 9 मैचेस पूरे टूर्नामेंट में. आई थिंक सबसे ज्यादा कराची किंग्स ही खेले हैं. 4 पॉइंट पे हैं. क्वेटा ग्लैडिएटर्स का 8 है. मे बी दे स्टिल हैव लाइक आउटसाइड एज. बट पिशावर जल्मी की अगर बाबर आजम बहुत होशियारी से मैच खेल रही है. 6 मैचेस. Multan, Islamabad and Lahore have 7 matches each, but Lahore and Islamabad have already qualified. It's between Multan, Sultans, Peshawari, Zalmi and Quetta Gladiators. मतलब outside shout है Quetta Gladiators का. But अगर अपन देख रहे हैं, I think maybe Peshawar Zalmi will go through is what I feel because Bobby will not let that go easily. And Bobby has played least matches as well, so you never know. But yeah, time will only say. Matthew looks like Pollard for yeah man, she is strong. अम्मा ने जो easy लेके बॉल क्लियर कर दे रही, बाउंड्रीज क्लियर कर दे रही. भाई आज का जो इनिंग्स था कुछ अलग ही था. 77 जो मारे हैं उन्हें, आई मीन नेक्स्ट लेवल बैटिंग. एंड या शी हैड व्हाट अबाउट 13 बाउंड्रीज इन दैट इनिंग्स एंड 1 6 एंड या 202 की स्ट्राइक रेट है. तो शी इज प्रॉपर पॉलार्ड में भी. मैन पॉलार्ड का प्रोडिजी है क्या है नहीं मालूम. बट या इट्स बीन अ गुड टूर्नामेंट सो फार. आई मीन ज्यादा मजा आ रहा है because they're able to clear 200 as well. But it's just a second जो भी बैटिंग करी थोड़ा बहुत मेरे को लग रहा है found थोड़ा बहुत it's much more like easier for them to chase. I think जो अभी तरीके से अपन देख रहे हैं यूपी भी चेस करी थी and if you see मुंबई चेस करी. मुंबई also chased in the but Mumbai did start in the first thing, but I think it's all about intent, it's all about interest. तो उसके हिसाब से देखेंगे कि आगे क्या होगा टूर्नामेंट में. But मेरे लिए अभी भी, like I'm saying, it's all about Mumbai Indians and Delhi Capitals. But yeah, apart from that, we have yeah, PSL has been going well. We have, you know, Haley Matthews. It's just been very good. Few days of cricket. Hopefully, I'm waiting for my co-host. जहाँ पे आएंगे मेरे co-host and stuff. फिर और बातें होंगी. Uh, you know, cricket के बारे में and stuff like that. He's just wrapping up another show, and I think he's going to come. I'm not sure yet, but let's wait and watch. इंडिया के बारे में अगर अपन बात करें, होपफुली अभी और 2 दिन बाकी करना है. आज 7th हो गई है, 9th को 4th टेस्ट अहमदाबाद के बारे में गपशप करने के लिए मैं वेट कर रहा हूँ. आई कैन नॉट वेट क्या होने वाला है, बिकॉज देयर इज ऑब्वियसली अ लॉट ऑन द लाइन. WTC है, यू हैव ब्रैगिंग राइट्स है. स्टीव स्मिथ विल बी, आप वो तो ऑफिशियल हो गया कि पैट कमिंस इज नॉट कमिंग बैक. पैट कमिंस इज स्टिल आउट बिकॉज ऑफ अ फैमिली इमरजेंसी. वी हैव स्टीव स्मिथ हु विल बी captaining the side along and I think it's going to be a very, मेरे को अभी भी डर लग रहा है कि कहीं हार नहीं जाए हम. And it just be a shocker. Jai Richardson is out for the Jai Richardson जो fast bowler था BPL में, he is out for the ODI series as well. So he was an up and coming fast bowler, बहुत जबरदस्त उन्होंने प्रदर्शन दी BPL में, but he has I think a hamstring injury that came in the Australian Marshall Cup final, जिसके वजह से he sidelined in that thing. But yeah, I mean, उसके लिए it's bad, but I mean for India it's probably good in some way or the other. Yeah, लगान का क्या बोलूं पंडर भाई, it's just something that comes to us naturally. हमेशा लगान लगान ही बोलते रहता है. I think I know the movie by heart. हर dialogue याद है hopefully. And yeah, with that, my co-host I think has coming up the ranks just like his fantasy Premier League team. And I don't know, शर्मा रहे हैं अभी आने से, but hopefully we have him soon on. But लगान क्या मूवी थी यार, जबरदस्त मूवी थी. Is your camera working, bro? अच्छा अभी नहीं आए, सॉरी. होपफुली आ जाएंगे थोड़ी देर, 1-2 मिनट में. आई थिंक उनके कैमरा का कुछ इश्यू चल रहा है. बट या, आपको क्या लग रहा है, मैं लाइक जो भी हमारे साथ जुड़े हुए अबाउट, ओह ही इज हियर, ओके इट्स वर्किंग. क्या हुआ साहब? अरे
You're right, mate. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. More like good night, sir.
What a horrible weekend, man. Monday blues. That's what I felt today, man. Monday blues.
I'm actually happy. I'm actually
Wagon
happy.
क्या happy? हाँ बोलिए.
मैं ये बोल रहा था कि आज मुंबई looked dominant, and yeah, I mean, what were your expectations from RCB and Smriti Mandana, Alyssa Perry, these guys not being able to show up, back-to-back losses, 2 losses for Bangalore, 2 losses for Mumbai. What do you think is going wrong in that RCB camp? Is it the pressure of the men's pressure that is also piling up on them कि भैया आदमिया से नहीं हो रहा तो हम अरे यारो बस यारो 7 up तो so yeah, I mean that is it, my question.
हाँ तो नहीं, मेरा फर्स्ट जो ऑब्जर्वेशन है मुंबई का, their foreign players are all all-rounders, not like most of them, like Amelia Kerr, Haley Matthews, Nat Skiver, right?
Yeah.
So this is 2 players. मतलब तो आप 6 player ले लो. So this is the biggest observation, and they're all in form right now. Amelia Kerr तो क्या प्यारी है यार, like देखने में, बैटिंग में भी, बॉलिंग में भी, हर जगह. What a player, man. She's going to be the future. I've been watching with since the last World Cup. She's been New Zealand's best player, but man, like even with the ball, she's been very impressive. Today got hit a bit, but very good player. Skiver, man, she's world class, and Haley Matthews is impressive.
उसके तो नाम में भी बर्न है यार, उसके तो नाम में भी बर्न है, तो बर्न कर दे रही उन्हें.
Yeah, वो उसका कैथरीन ब्रंट की बीवी है बोल के. Her name was Skipper, now she's Skipper Brunt. तो हाँ, तो Haley Matthews has I think impressed everybody. She's West Indies captain, but right now she's on top of her game. Very good batter. Again, solid innings today. Everybody, RCB bro, as I told you, man, like there is holes in that team. Like आपके पास है 4 player, उसके बाद फिर क्या? 4, और आपके foreign players
4 भी खड़े होते हैं, but like the 4 people also they're not being able to stand the ground.
आपकी जो foreign selection है उसमें भी like कौन, like what's her name, Perry, Alyssa Perry, she's like not at the peak of her game. She's thoda sa dipping. Heather Knight, she's not at the peak of her game, and now they might try what's her name, the Van Nerk. Like they might try her out. So yeah, like even the foreign players have not been impressive right now. Richa Ghosh, Smriti Mandhana, too highly dependent on the Renuka has bowled well, especially in the first game she's the only one who bowled well. But yeah,
But
RCB
she
it's
bowled, or but she had a one ball, and today she got smashed as well, right? She got
today
28
she
hit
got
on three
smashed.
overs.
Although
Because she's not being क्या बोलते, like the reason I've been calling her out is because the World Cup that we were seeing, and that she was coming up with this in swinger ball कुछ तरीके से
conditions are
वो,
different, right? I was in South
and
Africa,
it's,
like that
but
won't be.
even the discipline has been poor. Like the bowling short, you're bowling full. It's not been very good to watch. Like RCB, and I think you're right when you call up, when you actually look at it more closely. Heather Knight and Elisa Page, these guys are also not showing a lot of signs of anything. But Smriti Mandhana also not being able to take up the challenge, and because as easy it looks for Harmanpreet to find gaps, as easy it's looking for the other players to find gaps. You saw Gujarat yesterday; they still managed something, right? 169 without Beth Mooney, like they're Harleen Diol stepping up. So, I think, is it the problem of the brand? Is it something like they're calling this a cursed club? I mean, you never
अगर
know.
मैं तुम्हारे को बोला था when I saw the team also there is going to be issues, they're going to find problems because उनके चार पांच जो unknown player है वो like they're not going to, like it's going to be difficult for them to step up every time, but still it's early days. Let's see what happens. I think we're jumping the gun too early. Give them a bit of time and we'll judge them at the end of the season and then we'll see what happens next season. Like the way they picked their team, I always felt they had some star players, but apart from that there is going to be issues. I felt the same thing with Mumbai, but Mumbai the difference is their star players do both things. That's the difference right now.
Yeah,
They're
100%.
all-rounders. They're killing it,
And
and they're
they're very smart with their buys, man. Like now that we're seeing it on obviously TV, we can say that. But like you think about it, buying all rounders, it gives you so much variety in bowling, so much variety in batting. You don't need anyone else.
yeah, and they're
And
up
if
for it. You see the way Harmanpreet is
yeah,
celebrating, and her captaincy today. She kept cheering her teammates on and changing the field and everything. They're animated right now, and also Fez Nat Skiver and Haley Matthews. Off, I don't know if you saw it, but they've been also guiding the players. Whether it's field placements, whether it's discussing with Harmanpreet, whether it's batting partner discussions, bowling partner discussions. They've also had their input. So the senior players are leading the way as well in this team, and Harmanpreet has really developed this good bond right now. It's only the start, but right now it looks good from Mumbai's
mhm.
point of view.
Yeah, 100%. And it's just, I mean, I'm rooting now for Delhi because to win, because I'm McLanning is over there.
You
So
can't
what of
change it,
Sulam.
that, bro. You picked RCB, you stick with RCB. How
No,
can
no.
you
I
change?
mean, I'm saying RCB hai bhai, but like it's just that winners wise, as I said already, and you can go back and check that McLanning hai bolke, I would say McLanning, but it looks more like a Delhi and Mumbai battle right now, right? Unless you
It's
people
still
up
early days, but yes, from the first few games, Delhi just looked incredible. We also said that their team was very good.
Shefali
Mumbai
Verma, man, wow.
Shivali Verma. Mumbai, they've taken me by surprise. I didn't expect them to play like this. They play some solid cricket. But Delhi, we expected this from them. I think they played really well. UP, that was the team for me. They got stuck a bit, but Grace Harris, man, what a innings. Under pressure,
Yeah,
bailing
and
out.
she wasn't in the best of forms. Like even in the World Cup, she was struggling to get form. She was just like a squad player. That's why she got through to the. She managed to play the World Cup. But yeah, 59 जो हमारी वो ने आके थर्ड
I
बहुत
don't
बुरा
know if
मार
you.
दिया.
I don't know if you saw the clip. During the not England, Australia versus Pakistan women's series in Australia. I think it was Lisa Starlaker on commentary, and she asked the two guests, "Who do you think is going to be the main player in the WPL?" Right? And one of
Mhm.
them, I think one said probably one of the bigger players, but one said Grace Harris. Watch out for her, and that clip is going viral right now. So yeah, in Australia they really rate her potential, and she showed that yesterday, man. What a match-winning knock, incredible.
100%. Yeah, I mean, she came and potentially saved them. If she didn't, and yeah, I think Gujarat will go to the win. Best batting in the league, Mumbai. Yeah, I think they have a
Close
solid
with
batting
Delhi. I
unit.
think Delhi is also a very good batting unit. Zabardast unit है भाई.
हाँ
Uh,
यूनिट है बट आपके टॉप 5 बहुत जबरदस्त है मुंबई में.
मुंबई में दिल्ली में कौन है आपके पास शिफाली
मैगलानिक,
मैगनी
शैफाली वर्मा, आई थिंक देन
जेमी
इट्स जेमी.
then I'm missing a few players. There's some more. Marizan Cap, very good
Yeah,
player as well. All-rounder.
Madison Cap.
It's kind of similar, but yeah, right now Mumbai today, man, they absolutely destroyed it. Everyone thought 150 अच्छा competitive score रहेगा ये वो बैगन में मिला दिया score को like सुकून का chase करे. And Haley Matthews has been the player, man. Stood up, and she had a very good 50 over World Cup, I remember, but the West Indies team is going on a downward spiral, but she's shown as an individual what she can provide, and she's going to be one of the biggest assets because it can bowl in the power play as well if needed. The way she bowled today, Faiz, I just want to touch on that. Smithy,
Yeah,
she has a number.
yeah,
She has a good record against her, and again, the bowling a tight line, not giving too much room. Bowled. Who was the other wicket? Richa Ghosh, I think, and then there was one
yeah.
more wicket that she took. So like incredible the way she bowled today. I think she picked up a wicket right after Smithy as well. I forgot which wicket that was,
No, no,
but
she picked up Matthew, she picked up Richa, and then I think she picked up Heather Knight. She picked up Heather Knight.
Heather Knight.
Bold.
So the Heather Knight wicket was right after the Smithy wicket. That was a really good delivery. If you saw, excellent
Yeah.
ball. Beaten all ends up. So I think her bowling as well impressed me, even more than her batting. I'll be very honest with you. It was Zabardast bowling kari.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's bilkul early sign, but it just looks like Mumbai is stamping them their authority, right? And they just want to maintain that bully kind of a temperament, where you ideally see that most of them just create this image that आने से पहले इस match हार गए अपन. So like Mumbai, and now it's just going to be excited to see Delhi versus Mumbai, how they're going to battle it out. And like if you're looking at it on paper, Meg Lanning, like you said, Meg Lanning, Shafali Verma, Mercian Cap. I think Alice Capsey is also there. She's also a good batsman. I know she's not been in the best of form, but right now, yeah, Delhi and Mumbai look like they just want to be the big bullies of this thing. By WPL को ISL से ज्यादा व्यूअरशिप आ रही है हिस्टोरिकल फॉर 100% because cricket भाई it's something
Hey,
that
man, who cares
Indians
about football? I started watching like since yesterday, man. No one cares about football, bro. सही
अपनी
बात है.
पब्लिक को बैट एंड बॉल दिखाया तो बस या वो बैट एंड बॉल के अलावा भी आई मीन एक नया अवतार है राइट लाइक ऑफ वुमेन्स क्रिकेट इट्स लाइक अ हिस्टोरिक मोमेंट तो वो भी अब अगले सीजन से अगर अपन इब्राहिम भाई लाइक इफ वी सी नेक्स्ट ईयर से क्या सिचुएशन है वुमेन्स प्रीमियर लीग का देन वी विल नो बिकॉज आईएसएल तो आई थिंक 6-7 सीजन हो चुके हैं राइट एंड yeah it still has viewership issues but yeah I mean bat and ball की बात ही अलग है RCB created the team for branding and not winning the cup by. So they are getting what they invested in. Question is till when RCB fans will accept branding shit and support them. Honestly, Chirag bhai, you would say it's a branding thing, but they've got quality cricketers as well, right? Let it be the men's team. अगर अपन men's की बात करें, they've always had elite crowd. They've had Faf, they had
That's
EB, they
it.
had Kira.
That point you're saying, sorry to cut you, but that point you made is extremely important because they have players. That's why they're going to continue to support. The moment you don't have a Virat Kohli or a AB de Villiers type player, if they don't get big players like that, then they will stop. Thing. They have the.
Nobody would support Hyderabad at the team. Like we
For
have
example,
players.
सनराइजर्स का तुम देखो जब ऑक्शन हुआ था ये वाला ऑक्शन नहीं पहला वाला लास्ट ईयर
पहला
जब
वाला
हम
ऑप्शन
लोग
ईशान
पूरा
किशन ने
उन्होंने
लिया यार
half our group were saying ki, like the group that we chat in like our
yeah yeah
Hyderabad fans all were saying what is
yeah
this stupid team we don't want to watch them and everything and then Umran Malik stepped up Tripathi
yeah
stepped up and everything and people are like chalo support
Marco
karenge
Jansen yeah
that's
yeah
what it is right like if you don't have your like what is helping RCB is that they have the star player like Virat Kohli
and
is
that
over
is also not helping Mustafa. I still think that also is acting like against them because you've brought the brand like this right and now if you get a team like Sunrisers to a Bangalore kind of a squad their people will be like नहीं ये acceptable नहीं क्योंकि हमारा standard is Kohli Faf AB de Villiers this is our standard now if you put a Hyderabad team in Bangalore they'll be like what the hell man what are you guys doing man damn it
Yeah,
ready
and the thing is, they've actually seen some crazy games. They've seen some, really good wins. I still remember that
AB de
2006,
Villiers
the Gujarat, that one AB also carried them, right? They were like 30 for 4 or something. AB carried them into the final. So they've seen some crazy games as well. It's just that they haven't crossed the line. They reached the final, what, 3 times? I think
two
I
one
know
once we
Hyderabad.
beat them and yeah DC beat them
Yeah, 2-3
I
times
think
maximum,
two
but
times
like
yeah
still, so they've seen success in terms of that. But in terms of trophy, also Bangalore people are soft spoken, chilling. I think from the people that I met, they're more relaxed. I think they like to have a good time. I've been to the Chinnaswamy, I've watched RCB play, and it's a party atmosphere, man. No matter
it
what.
is a part I would say one thing it is a party atmosphere but like if you look at Bangalore FC or even RCP to that matter they are passionate fans and they travel during the
Yeah, they
ISL
have a
people do
good
travel here
following.
and so they have a good following it's like
Yeah,
they really like they back their city तो मेरे हिसाब से like they it's not easy for because when we sit and मैं मेरे जितने भी बैंगलोर के दोस्त हैं खिल्ली उड़ा तो hey bro hey da what is how they talk and like yeah क्या कर रहा like you don't have an IPL and then they just like अरे यार like that one thing you don't have an IPL you don't have anything in the IPL but you have only money and I think it's just that they've set the bar too high for themselves, and now I think it's just going to come eat them. Yeah, ये time पे भी अगर अपन आरसीबी की bowling की बात करें, it's a bit weak. It looks a little weak to us. But yeah, we'll just have to see if Virat can pull something out after all these years.
Yeah, no, 100%. I'm just looking at the thing. I'll get back to that, but yes, let's just take a couple more. Now I'm thinking about Mandana's captaincy. It looked flat and not proactive. Of course, when they're going to lose, it's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. She's the vice captain of the Indian team. She's not on the level of Harmanpreet. Has much more experience. She's played in pressure situations, and Harmanpreet now has two world class or three world class foreign players, right? So that also aids her ability as well. That's going to help her. She's going to be a stronger captain. She's going to look better. With Smriti Mandana, like the she also has captains there, but they're not at their peak level right now. They need the likes of Heather Knight to perform. They need, Elisa Perry to perform. Once they start performing, you'll see her thing. But yeah, proactive wise, also I felt थोड़ा खामोश हो गई थी उन्हीं. Kohli,
Kohli, here
before
we
we go.
go. केन भी यूनाइटेड चले जा रहा. So केन जा रहा, कौन ऑस्ट्रेलिया में जा रहा, कौन जा रहा समझ में नहीं आ रहा. Kohli will never go to Mumbai. I would really like to see Kohli in Delhi because that's his hometown, rather than a Mumbai Indians. But मेरे हिसाब से Kohli will not go anywhere
That
till
was
he
the only
wins.
year Delhi didn't pick up the under-19 captain.
And that is the only time like Kohli is one of those like he will want to win his first IPL in Bangalore. I don't think he will move teams.
You don't think he will move teams? Yeah, अब तो like थोड़ा सा late हो गया. I don't know if he's going to move now. Maybe, but the thing is, Faiz, if he doesn't win in the next 1 year or two and his form drops, will RCB retain him? That's also a question. Or will he have to go to like another team who's maybe not on that?
Bro, no one can like. I mean, unless he has a horrific season of cricket, Kohli को drop करना बहुत मुश्किल है भाई. Because he fills stadiums, right? He will fill the stadium. So मेरे हिसाब से I think it will not be an easy
For
thing,
example,
but
like yeah, like no, I'm not saying right now, but like in 2-3 years, maybe when he's 30 or 30, he still wants to play a couple more years. The Tendulkar played IPL in his 40s. I know still for Mumbai. I don't know how that was possible, but yeah, like now Virat Kohli, will he be able to continue that, and will RCB stick? I'm not sure, but the loyalty that he's shown, I think he will get his time. He'll probably retire there. He'll take the call
yeah.
because he's shown proper
100.
loyalty, man, to the franchise.
Yeah,
Without
and apart from loyalty, man, he's a fantastic cricketer, right? So I mean, even Bangalore with that, you respect, they'll have to respect him, and it just comes to a point after such a partnership from Bangalore and Kohli's, but it's just a mutual respect kind of a thing, right? So I mean, एक वो हो जाता है भाई नहीं आप जब तक खेलना चाह रहे आप दरवाजे हमेशा खुले हुए टाइप्स kind of a scene. But yeah, I mean, he still has good 4 years, right? Of fitness, based on fitness, he still has good 4 years, but later on we will see. आपके क्वेटा ग्लैडिएटर्स जीत गया भाई आज मार्टिन कप्टिल मार दिया एंड आई मीन कराची इज आउट इमाद वसीम डिस्पाइट बीइंग good throughout the tournament individually at least they got knocked out I think.
शुक्र है भाई फाइनली कोयटा won and yeah they should have won yesterday also. Umar Akmal जबरदस्त खेला था कल बेचारा मगर Islamabad slapped them and yeah man, it's been a very poor season for Quetta. It's been a poor season for Karachi. I'll tell you one thing, every game they've taken it deep but they've just choked.
Particularly the last overs have been horrific. Like I think they've leaked a lot of runs in the
yes,
dead bowling, and I think the 11 to 12th, 11 to 14th patch or 13th patch also they've been leaking runs. And today, I mean, they were 5 for 63 Quetta Gladiators, but Martin Guptill and Surfy showing maturity. Surfy being very selfless, giving away the runs. भाई आप करो, आप मारो. मैंने तो खाली strike rotate करना है. So I think that was something that was commendable from Sarfaraz. He ran himself out as well. But yeah, overall. Quetta managing to win, but I was looking at the table and Peshawar Zalmi have only played 6 matches, man. Like Bobby's doing some crazy tricks, huh?
So they'll probably qualify, right? Peshawar will be like the 4 teams will be Islamabad, Peshawar, Lahore, and Islamabad, Peshawar, Lahore, and what is the 4th team? Multan, yeah.
But also bear in mind, like Quetta can still come in. If Zalmi lose like a lot of matches, and like Quetta come in, they only played 8, so they still have 4. But Bobby is taking his time.
RCB will never leave Kohli. He is the only asset RCB have. Nusar bhai, question on not retaining him. Has RCB taken any decision for winning the tournament?
That's a good question. I mean, in terms of buying players or letting out players, I think Is that what you're saying? Then yeah, I
No,
mean,
I think in terms of captaincy, like maybe they made a mistake at times because his captaincy was questionable, particularly in the IPL. But in terms of thing, I think RCB have done their best to try to get a trophy. They just screwed up, man, on the field. It's as simple as that. They've reached three finals. I just saw that on internet. It's been three finals. They've screwed up three times. So like they've gotten there. They've been in the playoffs. Yes, they've had some terrible seasons also. Like if you have the likes, especially that 2016 team, if you notice. What an incredible team that was. Lekin, what did he do, man? He gave Watson that over, like to cutting. What was that last over? The cutting bahar maar diya tha. That's poor captaincy at times. Field placements has been an issue. Also, at times I felt like maybe he would go crazy on his fielders. Un log bhi thoda shake ho jate the. So there are things questionable, but apart from that, I think they always went for the trophy. Whether it's Virat Kohli or the franchise, they always wanted to win the trophy, and they made the intentions clear like that. You could see Sunrisers sometimes they're in a where they're looking for top four. Agar jeet gaye to jeet gaye. You see like Rajasthan at times as well. You'll see other franchises, but Bangalore always go for the win, but they don't get it.
Bangalore go for the win, but at some point of time they just lose their head when they go into the streak of losses, and then it's just like Arey bhai khatam, and then they somehow get to the top four, but they're not able to sustain that mindset that they had in the beginning of the tournament. So mere
Let
hisab
me
se it's
put
like
it let me put it this way. Some of the teams that Dhoni is one, okay, some have been really good Chennai teams, but pick one or two teams, maybe the last one when they won the championship. Pick that team versus Virat Kohli's 2016 team. Who would you rather, like, which team would you rather have on paper? I would go with the RCB team. It's just that they didn't perform. If you just, you close my eyes, open my eyes, and just ye team dekhna, ye
yeah,
do.
team.
I would go with the RCB team. So I think they've gotten it right in terms of auction at times and everything. Yeah, lately sometimes there have been problems, but that's also been exposed because of on-field decisions, which have not made sense. Like Dinesh Karthik worked for him, but there was who was the guy in between Maxwell and Dinesh Karthik? That was also an issue. Imad Wasim and Pakistan team bowling to इतनी अच्छी नहीं थी शायद ना. Yeah, I
He
don't
did
think
get a
the
few good spells. He did get a good spell.
बहुत पिटा उन्हें मगर इमाद वसीम बॉल के साथ बैट के साथ जबरदस्त था. द ओनली प्रॉब्लम इज आई थिंक जब तक बॉबी है नवाज तू मेरा मैच विनर.
नवाज का मैच विनर है भाई का नाच कुछ
अरे तुम नहीं देखे हो वीडियो यार
वो देखा नहीं बोल रहा जनरली नवाज ही पिटा था इंडिया के अगेंस्ट.
हाँ तो उसके बाद ही बोला तुम मेरा मैच विनर है. आरसीबी इज बियल्सा वे चले तो चांद तक वरना शाम तक. Even Kumble's team against Gillies.
That was a recent team. I think Jack was Callis in that team.
McAllister.
Callis, Jack McAllister की बात कर.
Jack Callis was in that team. Jack Callis was in that team, yeah. And there was Kevin Peterson, there was Vandermeer and Uttappa.
Beat them, man.
Virat Kohli, Ravin.
We had Harman what was his name? Harmanpreet Singh. Harmanpreet Singh.
Yeah, and Shoaib Makhsusi.
Jaskaran Singh.
Rohit Sharma, Venugopal Rao, Trirumola, Shetty, Suman.
Rahul Sharma.
Yeah, Rahul.
What the hell, man?
Yeah, so they've had good teams, man. It's been all.
But they just didn't have the spirit. We have always the spirit of the game.
Yeah, कुंबले की जो टीम थी उसमें भी उन लोग पहला ओवर गिल्ली को निकाला था. Gilchrist was the man of the match in the semis. First over Kumble got him. That was a good decision. But then their batting choked, man, like crazy. Gilchrist just put the choke on them, and that's it. They didn't win the final. So that is the final. 2009 RCB lost, and then it was in 2011 against Chennai. And then we beat them twice.
Twice, yeah, that's what I was like. Because we beat them in SRH and DC.
Yeah, so there's been 3 finals RCB have been in, and they've lost 3 finals, man. That is. बाबर ने बोला था नवाज तू मेरा मैच विनर है मगर नो बॉल क्यों डाली है. मैच विनर वो नो बॉल भी थोड़ा सा 50-50 कॉल था. क्या बोलते हैं फैस?
नहीं नो बॉल था यार.
Yeah, I think, is there anything else you wanted to discuss? When is that?
Our boy, Hyderabad's boy, he's shining everywhere, man. He's the captain right now. Markram.
Oh, Markram.
He's got a new leadership skill set
Yes,
in the international
Mahbubullah
domain.
Islam Markham is the captain. But you saw the England Bangladesh game. Shakib,
Yeah.
man, all round performance today, 75 and then a 4 wicket haul. Zabardast bowling kara une. And that pitch was deteriorating, but Bangladesh did a really good job, man. I think it
Yeah.
was a very good game, and it was supposed to be a close series. And now the result looks like it was close, but yeah, England थोड़ा सा light लेके भी
This
खेल रहे
because
थे.
for England क्या है इंग्लैंड के लिए फर्स्ट और सेकंड मैच में अगर आप देखो वो जो सेंचुरीज हटा दिए तो लाइक दे वर नॉट दैट ग्रेट. या जॉर्ज बटलर डिड गेट 78. बांग्लादेश का एक प्रॉब्लम जो है उन लोगों की मिडिल ऑर्डर है. क्लियरली लिटन दास, मुशफिकुर रहीम मिलना मोर, दे हैव टू टेक मोर commitment and play. Shanto has been good. Shanto has finally got a few knocks under his belt. It's looking like that's what I was saying. It looks like a good Bangladeshi squad, and potentially, if they continue on to play, maybe by the World Cup, they can be a good underdog and stuff like that. Like they could definitely be a surprise element in the World Cup. They have good spinners. Taijul, Mehdi Hasan Miraz, yeah.
बिल्कुल. And the only thing is, I would say that
They shocked us in 2007.
yeah, batting wise, just need that consistency. If they can get that consistency,
That is the only thing. Litton, Mushfiqur Rahim, and Shakib. Even Shakib is not very consistent with the bat, but like Shanto has been. But if Tamim Iqbal, Shanto, Litton, these guys manage to get 30-30, 20-20, 50-50, it'll be a good knock from each. And like one big knock.
I think there's a possibility India, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Pakistan semi-finals, like all four.
नहीं क्या कोई साउथ इंडियन सब कॉन्टिनेंट समिट है क्या? वर्ल्ड कप है भाई. यहाँ पे इंग्लैंड पहले जो दूसरी टीम बदल के आया थी ट्रांसफॉर्मर्स के जैसे.
Yeah, I mean England again. I'm not too much to worry about. They've won the series, so I think that's a positive for them. And they have plenty of options. I don't think it's an issue. Like Saqib Mahmood is also he played in that second game. He bowled really well. They have Sam Curran there. Let's see what happens with Ben Stokes, but they have plenty of options, man. England, so I'm not too much worried about them. If they lose, it's because they do play high risk cricket, but like the team looks sorted. Bangladesh is better ODI team than T20, even though. हम तो T20 में भी दे दिया था ऑलमोस्ट. या लितिन दास तो खड़े खड़े हल्लक में डाल दिया मैच. कैसा था वो भाई? वो too much. I heard the pitch curator for Ahmedabad Stadium. He said he's going to prepare a similar pitch to what he prepared for the Ranji trip at Ahmedabad Stadium, which are 9 पिंडा भी नहीं होता. It's gonna turn, bro. It's gonna turn from ball one में. These are just mind games, Ibrahim. But it's gonna turn. It's gonna rep in Ahmedabad.
960 runs in 3 innings. Oh.
They are not going to let a draw be possible. I'll be surprised, man, if it's like that. If it's a 950 wicket, I'll put my hand up and accept it. But I think that will be very, very, very shocking to me. Like yesterday was.
Chande bhai. But Steve Smith is going to be captain. Pat Cummins is out due to family emergency. I can't wait for the test, man. कब शुरू होने वाला है भाई? एक साल हो गया ऐसा लग रहा.
Which is Thursday.
9th. Yeah. Thursday.
Ooh, in Gujarat.
It's getting closer.
Yeah, I think look again. I'm thinking it's gonna 3 days, 2.5. That's what I'm looking at.
But it will be. I think it'll be a packed stadium for the first day at least, because wala test counts, man.
Yeah, and it'll be good. It'll be good, entertaining. Let's see what happens. Who wins the toss? Who bowls first? Who bat first? We'll get some team news, I guess, on the 8th, which is Wednesday. We'll check out the press conferences and hopefully we'll get an idea about the playing 11. From India's point of view, I don't think much will change. Maybe one or two. Also, that Ishan Kishan to Bharat is not looking likely.
It doesn't look likely. It's just a shout, but yeah, KS Bharat has been good, man.
Yeah, maybe Kuldeep comes in. That's it. Like otherwise,
that's about it. Yeah, and like from Australia's standpoint, what do you think? I think it's the same thing.
Do they have any? Yeah, man. I think that's correct. Cummins is not coming back. So this is the correct team. They won with it. They're going to stick to it. I don't think they're going to make it. Cameron Green changes the whole dynamic of this team, makes it much more balanced, gives them more options with both ball and bat, and they look a much better team with them. Australia will win in Ahmedabad, and WPC final will be the decider for BGT. Ooh, good shout, man. But like,
अहमदाबाद में अगर हार रहे तो फिर इंग्लैंड में क्या करते बड़े भाई? अलग बॉल गेम है भाई.
In the UK, bro. England.
वहां से स्टार का जाता, लैंस मॉरिस को जब तक बड़ा कर दिया तो नहीं मालूम फिर.
Yeah. First, we have only like a few minutes left, so can you just go through the goals yesterday that we ate yesterday? One, second, third. What was happening, bro? Huh?
I was so happy, man. 1-0, chalo, theek hai. Usually pep talk. Second half, we'll come back stronger. Eric Ten Hag knows his stuff. He'll come back. He'll do something. But like, man, we wish like something else. Like
They
कुछ
gave
भी
us,
जमाने
man.
खाली पुकार रहे थे. The defense got thing. Salah sent Martinez to Argentina just to chill. वो जो
He's still my
flip
butcher,
flap
man.
करा man. करा यार उन्हें फेक करा तो उन्हें उधर उधर जाके फिर अरे यार वो आज but I mean in like if you look at the goals you could have maybe been much more better defensively.
Got
They
hit
look
on the counter badly, man, in
too
transition.
bad.
Liverpool is still a very good transition team. You can't like let them. You have to be a bit aware of that situation. They
Man, I
gave us.
can't. It's playing in my head like astaghfirullah.
लेकिन लॉर्ड्स में स्विंग चाहिए. हमारे पास एक भी स्विंग बॉलर नहीं है. वो ओवल पे है बड़े भाई.
और बैट स्विंगर भी नहीं है. बॉल स्विंगर तो दूर है. बैट
Swinging
स्विंगर भी
both
चाहिए.
ways, baby. South Africa have also appointed JP Dumini as the batting coach for white ball formats.
Nice.
He's also a
That's
deep
good.
inside, right? JP
Yep.
Dumini. He's also played
JP.
for. Yeah, JP is underrated at times. I really liked him.
He was a very good all round. Yeah, very good with the bat. Decent with the ball. Like he was like a Yuvraj Singh for South Africa, right? Like I mean, not at that level maybe, but that's how he was playing. So yeah. है
है
तो
तो
रहने का. भाई मर्दों में बात हो रही है यहाँ पे.
स्विंग बॉलर देखो आपके पास कौन है स्विंग बॉलर. सीमे पूरे नहीं.
Yeah, Shami swing. Maybe now I could say Sardar करते. Siraj थोड़ा बहुत develop करा in swing. So Siraj बोल सकते आप. You got Shahrul, baby Shahrul.
Shardul
Thakur.
Thakur.
That's why he
Yeah,
was saying Renuka Thakur. I got it now.
Shardul Thakur. Yeah, Shardul Thakur is maybe an option. I mean, of course, he's an option. I think they will look at him. Rohit Sharma has already mentioned Shardul Thakur.
Yeah, he's definitely no plans. But
We
yeah, I
didn't see
mean,
peak Irfan Pathan in England. That's one thing I'm disappointed. Like he played one
the
Champions Trophy. उसमें भी एक दो विकेट उखाड़ा था उन्हें पाकिस्तान के वो हारे थे शायद इंडिया मैच. लेकिन we didn't see
I
peak
still
Irfan.
remember Boxing Day Test India Australia 2004. Irfan Pathan's debut. And that wicket, I forgot whose wicket it was. Outswinger Dala and caught at the slip. I think it was Hayden or Gilchrist or someone, some right-hander, I think, if I'm not wrong. क्या बॉल था भाई वो. लंबे कर्ली हेयर रनिंग इन. क्या देना थे भाई वो.
Bhuvi also, man, incredible swing bowler. Also at his peak in England, I don't remember if he played. He got injured in one of the series, I think.
Injured. Yeah.
But
Bhuvi is phenomenal.
peak Bhuvneshwar Kumar
But
was incredible.
but he got caught, right? Like he people understood him towards the end.
No, he got caught. Then he came back. He improved his pace. He became even
Index
better. He
index
became.
yeah.
Then he got injured, and then he got
Yeah.
screwed. But if you
Index finger
remember,
injury, yeah.
2016, that IPL season only, like just before that, like that's when he picked up his pace. If you remember that IPL also, he was bowling like 140 clicks, and that whole year he was good for India, 2016, 17, and all that. And then he got injured again, and then the pace dropped again, and that is the problem with Bhuvneshwar Kumar. Chahar और Bhuvi दोनों ही reels बना रहे हैं अभी तो.
तो आप सभी कर रहे हैं भाई. रील्स तो सभी बना रहे हैं आजकल. रील्स तो सभी बना रहे हैं आजकल.
Yeah, reels is good, man. Yeah, it's good, but it's too addictive. Instagram is really.
अभी तो IPL रुक जाओ फिर IPL में अलग आएंगे रील्स.
IPL India League.
Mumbai Indians have started this campaign, behind the scenes रोहित भाई का मालूम हो
अरे
क्या
भाई
ऐड
टेस्ट
करना
मैच में ऐड ऑन कर लें क्या फैस ये बात है.
उनको खाने की लालच दिए होंगे. खाना दे रहे आ जाओ बोल के ऐड के लिए. बट या आई मीन करना पड़ता. अब ये इन लोगों के डेट्स इतने मुश्किल रहते.
The problem is this is going to get whoever leaked that. I don't know if it was like open thing or whatever, but this is gonna like if India lose, this is all gonna come up and become memes.
Yeah, 100%. And if he plays, and it's a sign that he's gonna play IPL completely. I think.
Yeah, I mean, going for a shoot when a test series is on, I don't know, man. I don't know how you
It's
feel
fine.
about
I mean, they got like I would if I was being very much like towards Rohit's side, I would say, okay, but these are the only moments that they get to finish off this work, right? And then you've got the Australia test till what, depending on 2 or 3 days, or let's say when it's 5 till 15th March, and then you have
the one-day series.
Then you have the one-day
Will
series.
he play the one-day?
Yeah, I guess he will play the one-day, right? He's not a T20. He's in one-day, so he will play there. So you don't have much time as like captain of India, cricketer of India. You have to, whatever time you get, you have to multitask, right? So fair enough.
सुना कल हारिस ने रोहित शर्मा को क्या बोला?
हारिस कौन? हारिस राव?
हारिस या हैरिस, आई डोंट नो। नहीं, आप
और
बताइए सर।
or is
मुझे
it Grace Harris?
आई एम नॉट श्योर।
Hmm. But yeah, I mean वही है कि भाई यू कांट बी टू क्रिटिकल, ये तो होता है, पार्ट एंड पार्सल है। जहाँ पे टाइम मिलता है वहाँ पे टाइम निकाल के आप प्रोडक्शन में चले आओ, खाने चले
He's
आओ।
gonna get hammered, bro, if they lose the test match. That's what I'm scared of.
बट आई एम
He'll
स्कैर्ड मैन, लाइक आई मैं बहुत जेन्युइनली बोल रहा हूँ, मैं बहुत डरा हुआ हूँ फोर्थ टेस्ट के लिए,
Bro,
बिकॉज
public
ऑस्ट्रेलिया भी।
things like this. Public people used to come and ask us outside fans, used to, oh, you think in a title race? Why are they asking? Because they think that okay, we're getting better. They say, oh, you beat Barcelona, oh, looking good, this and that, and now they're saying that's all bullshit because we lost one very bad game, which is fine, but like that's how life changes, man. You want results just changes
एंड नो
everybody's
आई
perspective.
मीन आप ऑस्ट्रेलिया का टेम्परामेंट मालूम आपको, हाउ दे आर विद यू नो देयर माइंडसेट, ऑलवेज विक्ट्री विक्ट्री ओरिएंटेड, जीत
Yeah.
जीत, हमारे को कोई नहीं हरा सकता है। ऑस्ट्रेलिया इज गोना कम गन्स ब्लेजिंग एट अहमदाबाद। क्रिस हैरिस ने
So
बोला बर्गर खाओगी अब। अच्छा, तो उसने क्या छीन के खा लिया रोहित शर्मा ने?
अभी लोग अहमदाबाद पहुंचे होंगे नहीं आज कल? कल
आज
तो
या कल
शूटिंग कर
कल
रहा था, आज पहुंचे होंगे।
7th आज है, तो आज पहुंचेंगे मे बी, सो देन 2 डे कैंप, नहीं 1 डे कैंप फॉर 2 days,
नहीं, कल तो
राइट?
प्रैक्टिस है भैया।
हाँ तो
नहीं है
आज
कल?
आज आ गया, आज हो गया,
आई
ठीक
थिंक
है।
कल प्रैक्टिस होना चाहिए एंड देन परसों प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंसेस, ऑप्शनल प्रैक्टिस एंड देन दैट विल बी द लास्ट
या
thing. I think some of them are already there. That's Jadeja and stuff might have already reached. But yeah, anything else you
but
want to add, sir?
nothing else, sir. Just looking forward to tomorrow. I think there's 2 games tomorrow, or 1 game tomorrow from the IPL,
I
Women's
think
Premier
there's one
League.
game.
There's
I
one
think
game tomorrow.
it's
Yeah,
the
and then
one game.
there's gonna be no other tournament now, right? Like for some time, it's just IPL, this IPL, and then the men's IPL. So
Yeah.
yeah, cricket a little bit of tone down and
You do
full
have
focus
the
on.
you do have the two test series right now. There's Sri Lanka, New Zealand, and India, Australia. Once
Yeah,
that's done, the PSL will finish. Then Pakistan might play some
but then the
too. But
ODI series will be there. The ODI series will also be there. So
India, Australia,
like India, Australia is mostly gonna be there. Sri Lanka and New Zealand is set to start when? Like when is the first match? I think yeah, it's on the 9th of March. Oh, so it's double trouble.
9th of March. पिच के images आ जाएगी, देखो क्या होता है।
या
Yeah,
कोई
I
ना कोई
think
लेटा हुआ रहेगा, कोई ना कोई बैठा हुआ होगा, देखता हुआ
वो
पिच
तो
को,
इंस्पेक्ट
बढ़िया।
करता है हर वक्त। स्टीव स्मिथ इज ऑलवेज गोना लुक एट द पिच एंड देन दिस थिंग। राहुल द्रविड़ साहब भी जाके देखेंगे, फिर क्यूरेटर से बात करेंगे, फिर ये होगा वो होगा। And yeah, it's all about match day. Let's see what happens. It's going to
So
be
9th, there are 2 matches on the 9th: Sri Lanka, New Zealand, and India, Australia. So it's gonna.
simultaneously, like they'll be going on, and both are impacting the WTC. So we'll have to keep an eye on both of them.
Yeah.
Because if Sri Lanka do win that and India lose, then it's going to be very edgy, that last test match, Sri Lanka, New Zealand.
Yep. And क्या होता कि but अभी के लिए
अच्छा,
तो it's
जबरदस्त
just,
सवाल
yeah.
करते हैं।
Are you a fan of Azam Khan singing or batting? I am a fan of his batting. I don't know that he sings, but his father.
fan of his singing. I'm a big fan of his singing. क्या जबरदस्त गाता है उन्हें। वो परसों वो गाया था जैनब अब्बास उन लोग के सामने। अब वो आदत कौन सा है, आतिफ असलम का, अब तो आदत है मुझको।
जीने की, अच्छा, जुदाओं की
क्या
भी।
था, दोनों लड़ियां फिदा हो गए, जबरदस्त। He's a really good singer as well. But if you could say both, I'd say both. If I had to choose one,
You would still say batting because powerhouse, man. Whoa,
singing, man. See, I really like singing. Singing is my passion, bro.
singing ain't paying, singing ain't paying the bills, man. Damn, pay him. बाबा आज बैठे हुए थे उनके, like when I saw Moin Khan in white hair, I'm like, man, क्या देखते
तुम्हारे
थे
को
मोइन
याद है
खान?
2 साल पहले कसिनो में पकड़े कौन सा टोर था? अरे वो ऑस्ट्रेलिया का टोर था शायद। चिराग भाई आप प्लीज मेरे को याद दिलाओ। एक टोर था, भाई साहब पाकिस्तान की टीम में थे, कोच या कुछ पोकर या कुछ खेल रहे थे कसीनो में, पकड़ लिया उनको।
हाँ, hitting the slots.
Oh, boy, that's what I remember. Also, South Africa versus West Indies will be going on. That'll be
And
interesting.
also, Nokia is injured for that second test. I
Uh,
forgot to tell that. Nokia is injured, and that's a
But then
very big
also that
injury to
first
South Africa.
game's finishing in 2-3 days, so that will also finish. ऐसा दिख रहा है मेरे को, like the
I
way South
Sri Lanka, New Zealand, take now if it finishes into because baseball later never is going to be a proper test cricket game. I think.
Yeah, it could. It all depends on how Sri Lanka bat in these conditions. I think they do have a chance because New Zealand, yes, they won that last test match. They played incredible, but the bowling, kabhi, will Wagner be able to maintain what he did against England? That's my biggest thing, right? They still don't have a couple of bowlers, Jamieson and these guys, Ferguson and all of them. Azam Khan deserves T20 cap. Yeah,
Yes,
man.
man. He's been shouting since BPL mein, PSL mein, he's been shouting.
Even last PSL he did really good, but one in this PSL he's playing really good against the fast bowlers, which was the short ball was a kind of issue for him. Spinners को तो ठोक देता है, but short ball was kind of an issue. But he's really improved on that. Naseem is सबको उड़ा दे रहा है. He's batting really well against the fast bowlers as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, Azam Khan has been an incredible man. Like really, really good on him. And keeping wise as well, I've been impressed. He's taken catches. He's diving around. He's very flexible, man.
Yeah.
The weight is not everything. I think he's very
The weight
talented.
is not everything, and he's passionate, right? And he really knows
Guys, when you
himself.
see that weight, I'll tell you something. Imagine the mental pressure. You see that weight, okay, and you see his name, and immediately you will see nepotism. Immediately,
Yeah.
whoever you
Yeah.
are, that's immediately. But imagine taking all that pressure. He's like lighting up the domestic league of his country, right?
Yeah,
Like,
and not only it's country. When I think in the BPL, he was there in the BPL as well, right? He was
yeah, I mean, he's
smashing
done
it.
well everywhere, but like in particular in Pakistan, you know how the
Yeah.
Desi community is and everything. पहले चीज यही देखते हैं, पर उसके बाद like he's like अच्छा ठीक है बाबा के वजह से आया मगर उन्हें फोड़ दे रहा, so there's always like positive side.
हम सब बाबा के वजह से आए in a way, but like I would say कि बाबा के वजह से होंगे, but you have to see a story.
Yeah,
He did
that's
get.
true. Even if you see a nepotism, like all of us somewhere or the other benefit from it.
जरा लगा दो, अरे उनका बेटा लगा देंगे, अरे
Somewhere or the other.
बट मोइन भाई को अब कसीना में लगा आजम खान को स्लॉट्स.
ऐसा कर रहे थे कसीनो में. Who will MI pick as replacement for Bumrah and Richardson? I have no clue, man. I need to check who is available. Bumrah, they'll need a good. I don't think he's replaceable, but let's see what's available in the market. Richardson as well. I'll do some research and see. Let's see who's available. It's a very difficult decision, the Bumrah thing. Richardson still, I think he'll be replaced, but Bumrah is irreplaceable, man. It's going to be hard.
आर्चर तो है उधर, तो I don't know उसके साथ कोई.
अब आर्चर देखो तो ये सीरीज में भी एक मैच खेल रहा, दूसरा देखा, फिर तीसरा खेला. He's not playing games continuously.
आ जाता है आईपीएल में सबको इंजेक्शन मार के खिला देते हैं.
I don't know, like we thought that Bumrah will play. He's not playing. I heard Bumrah.
Sandeep Sharma, seriously? Sandy? No, man.
Sunrisers legend.
Sandy got smacked in it.
At one stage, he was amazing for us.
He was good, but then that one match, just someone messed his head.
New balls, bro. He's gotten Virat Kohli like record number at times, I think, in the IPL. He has Virat Kohli's number, Sandeep Sharma. Even for Sunrisers, picked up Virat Kohli's wicket.
Virat Kohli still has his job, so.
Chalo, I think that wraps it up. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you, Fez. Sorry I came a bit late, but we will catch you hopefully tomorrow. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Share it with your friends and family. We got the IPL coming, exciting times. So ideas bhejte raho, or we'll come on more and we'll do more content hopefully in the IPL. It'll be a lot of fun. But until then, we still have a test match to cover. We have a one-day series to cover for India and the PSL and the Women's Premier League. So we will be doing that until then. So take care, guys. Stay tuned. Have a good night and catch you guys tomorrow. Thank you, Fez. Take care, sir.